Hello, my name is Scott Boyer. I'm the founder and president of OWP Pharmaceuticals and also the founder of Roe Foundation. OWP stands for One World Pharmaceuticals, and we had a logo that we developed early on, which was One World, One Standard, meaning that from a pharmaceutical standpoint, people in the U.S. and people in a low-income country potentially would have the same standard of treatment. I was, of course, working in big pharma at the time, and basically I started to think about, number one, is this really what I was meant to do for the rest of my life? And it started to rethink that and how I could use my vocation to create a model, or there was a for-profit and not-for-profit company working together to grow profitably in the United States and then to serve the under-resourced around the world through Roe Foundation. They started to do a lot more research about different markets outside of the United States, and it became very clear very quickly that the majority of people around the world live in what's known as rest of world. Low-income, middle-income countries make up the majority of the population of the world. And the vast majority of those people did not receive the same medications that were available in the wealthy world, which I would say is probably about 15 to 20 countries. The top medication for epilepsy is a generic medication. It's incredibly inexpensive. But even getting that in that country is close to impossible. That was the why. So if we're able to create this model where we sell medications in the United States to make a profit, we support ROW, that we would be able to positively impact millions of people around the world who have epilepsy. OWP is a for-profit pharmaceutical company, kind of normally structured as a C Corp. ROW is a 501c3 private foundation. So its mission is focused on, right now, primarily epilepsy, education, diagnosis, and treatment. The majority of the funding comes through OWP to ROW. It isn't necessarily a donation going to ROW. It's because ROW owns part of the intellectual property, the branding, etc., so they get a royalty stream that goes automatically to them. It is in our DNA that ROW will be funded by OWP Pharmaceuticals. And for the people that are coming here to work, they should feel good about that mission, because as they go out and work for OWP and have success, they know a percentage of those sales will flow to ROW to do their good work around the world. We will, at some point, be funding ROW to the tune of millions of dollars a year. And so the impact that they'll have around the world is only going to grow and expand. And again, the medications we're providing, most of these are generic. They're relatively inexpensive. So the impact that we have will go from currently probably tens of thousands of people to potentially hundreds of thousands of people that will be impacted around the world through your work, through ROW and their execution of programs with not-for-profit clinics and hospitals to treat epilepsy and other neuroscience disorders. The piece that really moves me is when I hear about the impact we're having around the world and the people that we're changing their life, changing their potential, changing also impacting not only them, but their family members that can now go get a job or potentially have greater opportunities because their epilepsy is treated successfully by medication for providing. So to be honest with you, if I were to say what moves me to potentially tears, it isn't necessarily launching another product and doing it successfully. Been doing that for years, launched I don't know how many different drugs in different disease states, and it's great and it's exciting. But I can't say I've ever cried because of what I accomplished on the for-profit side. It's more the people we're impacting through Roe, through the hard work of OWP and money flowing to Roe. That is what moves me.